Okay, I made a big mistake on the first video. I accidentally made it private instead of public. I'm so sorry about that. Again, I just downloaded this, so I've never used it before. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get it together. Okay, we're looking at the USD JPY chart, M15. It's Asian session on June 18th. Real quiet. You can see there's a lot of ranging in here. Basically, what we're looking at on this particular chart that I just want to briefly touch on is I like to trade levels, and you can see the different levels here. That's what I'll trade. If you look at a level, and then you look at the midpoint, that's 5 pips. And the midpoint to the next level is another 5 pips. So I like to scalp those little 5 pip trades. Sometimes you'll get 10, but I usually try to set it up to make about a 5 pip. I'm happy with that. Once I get into my trade, I let my EA take over, and that'll do my stop loss. It'll do a trailing stop, and it'll hit my take profit and take me out. So once I enter a trade, it's basically on autopilot at that point. The EA will take care of it. It'll manage it. It does a real good job. Okay, on this chart, we're looking at a regular candle chart, of course. So you can see the regular candles. This white line represents the daily open. And all this red area and all of this is a new daily wick indicator I loaded today. It's not tested. I've never used it. The coder says that it gives you a definite edge by trading the previous day's daily candle. We'll see. That's to be seen. I like to keep my charts clean. I like to keep them simple, no squiggly lines, just trade price action with levels. But I decided I'd give this one a look-see and see if it's of any help at all. If not, we won't use it. Anyway, what this represents is this top red area is yesterday's daily candle wick. So yesterday's candle wick was here to here. This is the wick, if you can visualize that. The part in here is the body, and then this is the lower wick. So if you can visualize lower wick, body, upper wick, that is yesterday's daily candle. And what we're looking to do is exploit moves that are breakout moves from the wick. So in other words, like right now, we're seeing that the UJ is breaking out from the lower wick. So that would be a short trade entry. And then we look over here and we see that the H1 is saying short, the D1 is saying short, and the weekly short. So everything is lined up, and we got a short trigger here, 101.88. This indicator also shows your money, your profits, probably more than you need. A lot of this I don't even know about yet. I'm not used to using all of that stuff, but we'll take a look. Down here in the corner on this particular chart, I have my calendar. Of course, the red news, I don't like to trade an hour before, maybe 45 minutes before, and maybe half hour, 45 minutes after the news. Give price a chance to settle down. Case in point is back here on this news candle. If you would have gone short, they went up here, the market makers, they grabbed your stops. If you would have gone long and got sucked in, they ran it down here and they grabbed your stops. So you got to wait for that kind of to settle down, and then once it finds its rhythm, and then you can consider getting into a trade if the opportunity presents itself. And this particular one is below the open, so you could have got a short in here somewhere after the news candle, and you could have come down here and you could have made your pips. Of course, it's always easy to look back in hindsight and say, well, I could have done this and I could have done that, but basically, if you trade a system that you have confidence in, you'll feel okay. You'll have different confirmation. So this one went down. Then once the candle settled down, it started ranging, which it still is today. And now it's late in the Asian session, and London's going to be opening up here in just a little while, so it's starting to make a move. Uh, what I like to do is like I said, trade. Basically, my chart is clean. I don't have this Indy on there, and then I'm trading all of these different levels. Now I'll bring up another chart as well. This is the chart that I used over on the Sonic thread. It works very well too. It was designed by TAH, Trader at Home. He's really a whiz at these indicators. And I'll look at this because I've got it on. I've got multiple monitors. I've got 4 monitors, so I'll keep this up on one monitor. And I look at this. This is the they call it the Dragon. It's actually the 34 EMA high, the 34 EMA low, and this is the 89 EMA. So you basically have got a setup when you see that price is below the daily open. You see that the Dragon is heading down. It's a downward bias. The 89 EMA is heading down. It's a downward bias. So anywhere in here would have been a good trade. You could have made it down here again. It stopped dead in its tracks at the round number 101.900. So that would have been a good target and a good place to exit. Right now, as I'm speaking, we're getting a good down move over here on the UJ because we're getting late in the session. And you can see we go back over here. And if you would have taken that breakout, you would have come down here and you would have made your 5 pips. Let's see exactly what we would have done. We could have come in here, and it's not even closed yet. But that's about, you could 8 or 9 pips right there. Boom, you're out. If I would have taken that trade and I had my EA set up, that would have closed me out. I would have had profits right there already. That's the kind of trade I like. Again, if you're not happy with trading a little mini account and making 5 pips, you want to go for mega pips and you're a position trader, that's fine. That works. But each personality has to find what works for them. This is what worked for me. I've tried it all through the years. I like to have the pips in the bank, in and out, done deal. I don't worry about it. No drawdowns. Don't worry about the news. If something happens at night while you're sleeping, who knows what's going on in the world situation, and it can affect the currencies. And you could wake up with a loss. You could wake up with a winner. But I don't like that. I like to be flat with the market. I like to have my trades closed out and no stress. Keep it as stress-free as possible. So this is all we're going to do on this this little video. My microphone's not working good. I apologize. I will have a new one tomorrow, and I'll get better at it. And we'll get better at it. We'll all work together. I've got several other different charts I would like to share with my fellow traders. This is the first one that I'm going to talk about. We'll go from there. I think we've basically covered what we need to cover on this one. But you really don't need this indicator. You know, if you just have levels up on your chart and you have a level chart, that's all you really need. You just look at these levels and you go 5 pips and you go 5 pips. You know, you set your stop loss is already set with your EA, and you're in and out. You're good to go. That's what I like to do. So we'll talk more about that later as we go. And I hope everybody has a good evening and has a very profitable London session. If you're awake for that, I personally am not. That's my bedtime. I wake up for New York. And as they say, stay green, my friends. Thank you very much.